this is River, and thanks for joining me today. I'm going to be practicing lesson 38, which is there's nothing my holiness cannot do. There's nothing my holiness cannot do. Your holiness reverses all the laws of the world. It is beyond every restriction of time, space, distance, and limits of any kind. Your holiness is totally unlimited in its power because it establishes you as a son of God at one with the mind of his creator. Through your holiness, the power of God is made manifest. Through your holiness, the power of God is made available. And there is nothing the power of God cannot do. Your holiness then can remove all pain, can end all sorrow, and can solve all problems. It can do so in connection with yourself and with anyone else. It is equal in its power to help anyone because it is equal in its power to save anyone. If you are holy, so is everything God created. You are holy because all things he created are holy, and all things he created are holy because you are. In today's exercises, we will apply the power of your holiness to all problems, difficulties, or suffering in any form that you happen to think of, in yourself or in someone else. We will make no distinctions because there are no distinctions. In the 4 longer practice periods, each preferably to last a full 5 minutes, repeat the idea. For today, close your eyes and then search your mind for any sense of loss or unhappiness of any kind as you see it. Try to make as little distinction as possible between a situation that is difficult for you and one that is difficult for someone else. Oh, wow. Identify the situation specifically and also the name of the person concerned. Use this form. And the situation involving, let's say I say my son, in which I see myself. Oh no. Okay, so if it's about someone else, it would be in the situation involving my son in which he sees himself. There's nothing my holiness cannot do. And then if there's a situation about you, like in the situation involving, my financial stress, in which I see myself lacking, there is nothing that my holiness cannot do. So whatever is coming about yourself or someone else, of course, it's talking about a sense of loss or unhappiness of any kind. So anything creating suffering, any situation that's difficult for you or difficult for someone else. And then while you're practicing, you can also add some different thoughts. While you're practicing, you say, there's nothing my holiness cannot do because the power of God lies in it. Anything that is relevant along those lines to reaffirm that general idea. So if it takes the power of God can heal all things, can be there and comfort all suffering, whatever is relevant. There's nothing my holiness cannot do because God is in my holiness, is in my mind. So you can keep using relevant, related thoughts if you'd like. The purpose of today's exercises is to begin to instill in you a sense that you have dominion over all things because of what you are. All right, so let's go ahead and begin. We're going to close our eyes and we're going to begin practicing for 5 minutes. So go ahead and close your eyes and repeat the idea after me. There is nothing my holiness cannot do. Let's repeat that again. There's nothing my holiness cannot do. Now, with your eyes closed, search your mind for any unhappy situations, anything that's a sense of loss, distress, mostly a sense of loss or unhappiness regarding you or someone else. When the situation comes to you, you can say, in a situation involving whatever it's involving in which I see myself, there is nothing that my holiness cannot do. And go ahead and begin while applying these ideas to any situations that are coming to your mind. In the situation involving fill in the blank in which I see myself, there is nothing that my holiness cannot do. I'm going to add some related thoughts. There's nothing my holiness cannot do because the power of God lies in it. My holiness holds the power of God in it. Then there's nothing I cannot do because my mind is one with God's or is part of God's. And I am very holy and powerful. My holiness is the power of God who is with me now. If another situation arises, say, in the situation involving blank in which I see myself, there is nothing that my holiness cannot do. We're going to go just another minute. I'm going to choose the situation involving someone else, and the situation involving this other person in which this person sees themselves. There is nothing my holiness cannot do. And one more time, I'm going to repeat, there is nothing my holiness cannot do because the power of God lies in it. And then we're going to end the practice. You could go ahead and open your eyes when you're ready. Just take a deep breath in and out. Notice how you feel in your heart. Any changes? Any gratitude for the practice? I'm feeling a lot of gratitude for the connection and the practice. It's very humbling. Connecting with God and this energy. So I'm so grateful to be practicing. We're going to practice 4 times today. Also, in the frequent, shorter applications, you're just going to apply the idea just whenever you can. There's nothing my holiness cannot do throughout the day. Just keep that in mind. And if something comes up with a specific situation during the day that feels, overwhelming or stressful, you would say, in a situation involving whatever it is in which I see myself, there is nothing that my holiness cannot do. So yeah, I hope this is helpful. Thank you for joining me. It was nice to practice this evening. It's evening for me. Take care.